So do you guys want to hear something crazy? It has been 5 months. 5 months since I have reacted to a full BTS music video that was not part of the BTS universe storyline.
What?
I went back and I checked. Like, it blew my mind. Like, I was trying to think of when the last one that I reacted to was, and I just couldn't come up with one. So I went back further and further. I saw Stay Gold, you know, but that was a Japanese one. It's a little bit different, right? I haven't seen one since the Black Swan MV got released almost 6 months ago.
What? What?
So it is about damn time. So I will be thanking Cora, thank you Cora, for this Patreon request. I am so glad you got me back on track. Cora has asked for the Spring Day official MV, plus the Spring Day MV explained, which will be so nice, because I've been trying to figure out the BTS universe storyline myself, and failing at most turns. So having somebody explain something to me is going to be very, very helpful, I think. In case you were interested in requesting something on Patreon, unfortunately, yeah, it's already full for the month of August. I honestly did not expect so much support from the community so quickly. I don't know if I'm going to add more in the future, because I just don't know if I have the time, but like, if any of you guys have like an idea how I could get more requests out for you without just like totally killing all of my free time whatsoever, let me know in the comments below. I could use all the help that I could get. Oh, this is so nice, just to watch like a full BTS music video. I feel like it's been forever. Okay. I really like his jewelry. Alright. Sounds like it might be kind of sad. Just made it. Oh, okay. Hold on. That's not rapping. This might be the first time that I've ever heard RM do some sort of vocals. That's kind of crazy. Did not see that coming. It's like kind of rapping. Okay, I don't want to miss the lyrics, but it's like kind of rapping, but like there's a lot of melody behind it also. It's just like it's kind of surprising. I like it. It sounds good. Vocals. Who do you... Why am I asking? It's going to be explained for me. I was just curious about like who they were talking about. Look at that, by the way. It's just so interesting seeing them in all their different like eras, you know, because I've been at the very beginning, you know, watching the BTS universe storyline, and not the very, very beginning, obviously, but a long time ago. It started in like 2014, I think. So I'm like seeing them from back in the day right now. And this is like kind of like the mid-tier era, you know, this is like in between there and now. And look at how different they all look. Like, it's just, like, I love just like seeing how much they've changed. Like J-Hope here, he's got like the dual-colored hair. Jimin's got the pink hair, but to be fair, Jimin changes his hair like in every video. This is a very interesting shirt for Jin. I don't know how I feel about that one. And Suga just looks kind of like black-haired Suga. I didn't even know that that was a thing ever. King RM. I'm feeling it. Okay, cool. Cute. Hold on. I don't know what's going on, but the subtitles, like, keep turning off. As soon as Sugar comes in, like, I instantly relate to the lyrics more. Ooh. It's a good line, man. Bars. Wait, there's no way that was J-Hope singing, right? Like, it's J-Hope up there, isn't it? Sound more like Jungkook. Oh man, the visuals are so nice. The way that they're using the darkness. This is pretty sad, honestly. The lyrics. Who is this singing right now? Is this V? It's gotta be V, right? True. J-Hope comforting Jimin. I notice when stuff like that happens every time. I can't help it. It's just like, I don't know. It makes me like it more. Added an electric guitar there at the end with the gang vocals, kind of the melodic gang vocals. It's a nice way to end the song. I'm assuming this will end. Yeah. I am so happy somebody's going to explain to me the meaning behind all this, because all I kept thinking throughout that was, who are they talking about? Like, who do they miss so much? Because, you know, if I've learned anything from BTS and their lyrics, is that when it sounds romantic, it's not. 99% of the time, it's not romantic. It's about something else that means something to them. Okay, I'm going to be honest. As, like, a song, just from like a very basic, like, instrumentalist standpoint, there wasn't too much going on. What made it good was the visuals plus the lyrics. The song itself, you know, the vocals are good, but there wasn't anything too much going on. It was very pop heavy. It was a very pop song, you know, and more of like a ballad pop song, which generally isn't my wheelhouse. But with BTS, I've learned that those songs end up being some of my favorites. Like Stay Gold and Your Eyes Tell are both two of my favorite songs to come out this year. This one was a little poppier than those. I was really immersed into it because of the lyrics combined with the visuals. So let's see what this Explained has to say about it, because I have a feeling I'm going to like this song 10 times better after I know what's going on. Theory 1. This music video is a tribute to the Sewol Ferry tragedy. The boys represent all the survivors of the tragedy. Okay, I don't know what that is, but... Oh, I have heard about that, actually. I believe there was another song that I listened to, that was about that. I don't remember which one, though. Survivor's guilt. The guilt of having survived while his friends have passed. Many people who have lost their loved ones often feel like committing suicide. I'm going to pause these to read these out loud. Have lost their loved ones often feel like committing suicide themselves so they can meet the other person in the afterlife. That's definitely true. Although I would say that it's not just so they can meet the other person in the afterlife. I think some people just feel like a life without these people or this person isn't worth living in general. She feels guilty about surviving. I came out of this alive, but my friends didn't. Yingjin Won, sole survivor. That would just be like the worst. Imagine, like, you'd feel guilty your whole life. It would never go away. So depressing. Jungkook is also a survivor, thinking about his lost friends. Jimmy even goes back to the sea to reminisce. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. There's all the abandoned suitcases and clothes in this carriage. Oh my god, this is so sad. Oh, I hate this. Okay. Give me a second. Hold on. Okay. So, I have I don't have a problem talking about depression and suicide and matters like that. But I am going to warn you guys that I tend to get a little bit emotional when I start talking about that stuff just because I've dealt with it a lot. So, I feel kind of connected to this topic. So, just if I... if I try to play it off as like a joke, it's not because it's actually I'm making a joke out of it. It's because I'm trying not to let myself get too, you know what I mean, right? Okay. It is widely known that the Korean government has been heavily criticized by the way that they handle the tragedy. The media didn't report the full truth. Damn, this goes so fast. I'm not this smart, guys. The family's kept in the dark about what happened. Oh, it's so messed up. Most tragically, the captain told the students to stay in their spot instead of evacuating. Most of the students drowned, while the captain and many crew members evacuated. What? Why would he do that? Why would he tell them to stay if he was going to leave? That guy should be in jail. In the lyrics of Spring Day, Ratmon mentioned Snowpiercer. Yeah, I was wondering what that word was. Snowpiercer is a movie by Korean director Juno Bang. The movie takes place entirely on a train. The movie symbolizes human society where the people in the front of the train treat the tail of the train in an inhumane way. God, movies... I'm guessing this is older. Movies like... I've watched a lot of black and white Japanese movies from back in the day. And... they're always like they always hone in more on like the feelings between two people, while like American movies most of the time are focusing on the events that are taking place. Asian movies, I've seen Chinese ones also, and probably a couple Koreans I didn't even realize were Korean at the time, but it seems like they focus much more on the connection between people, or the feelings, or how people think and how they feel versus what's happening and how people react to it. I think I like that better.
Belong to the front. You belong to the tail. Know your place. Keep your place.
I believe this is a reference. This references criticism to how younger people and ordinary citizens in South Korea are expected to always follow orders, even if it means being oppressed by authorities. Just like what happened to students on the ferry. Sounds like black people in America. In the Snowpiercer movie, one guy finally decides to revolt against the injustice, so he sets out towards the front of the train and confronts the train owners, the government. Here RM is doing the same. Who's standing out here, by the way? I was looking at that before. It looks like Suga and... I don't know. V, maybe? The Ones Who Walk Away from Omelas is a story of a utopian society whose survival and happiness depends on the suffering of a child. Oh, God. In short, it's about how someone's happiness and prosperity means someone else's suffering. There are those who ignore the suffering to stay happy. Ignorance is bliss. Then there are those who walk away from it. You know, that's like a lesson that I try to teach my son, and it's like so hard to explain, because how do you tell somebody to stop paying attention to their own needs in order to focus on other people's needs? It's just like it's like a hard concept to teach to somebody that doesn't really understand it, you know? Forwards to confront injustice. I feel like I missed that part of the MV. I don't remember a cake being thrown at RM's head. The scene mirrors the scene in Snowpiercer. When the main character reaches the middle of the train, he is attacked by people who would not let the rebels through. Although it looks like a fun scene, it's actually not. See Monster's somber expression. He is trying to confront injustice in the society and government of people. How smart do these people think that we are? We can't read this quickly. Am I just dumb? I feel like nobody can read this quickly. But people are bringing him down and literally throwing things at him. It is interesting. It's interesting how they're able to do that. They make it seem like a fun scene, so it's like, you know, I've noticed this before, that if you're watching BTS videos a lot of the time casually, it looks like they're having a lot of fun, and then you find out what the meaning is behind it, and you find out that it's like way more sad than fun. Here Jin represents the ones who have passed away. He looks up at all the others who are climbing up, growing up, while he is stuck at the bottom, unable to grow up and go up with them. He's taking a picture. Next few scenes are basically the survivor's tragedy, going about with their regular lives, having fun, friends with them. Okay. Shit like that, man, it changes your life. Yeah. Yeah, that was a depressing scene. The one that I focused on before, where I was just talking about like what they looked like, when obviously there was way more to that scene than I was thinking. So it's a very meaningful and important scene. Why? Don't forget. Fighting back tears, an 18-year-old boy who spoke for the survivors said, "Grown-ups are constantly telling us to forget and cheer up, but we will remember and recollect our friends, because not forgetting them is what we can do at best. Just as we will remember them, please don't forget them." You know, sometimes kids are just so much smarter than adults. Yeah, I saw that. I wish we could see the rest of the words on there. The mountain pile of clothes represent the victims. Yeah, I kind of figured that. Oh, it's actually, that's real. In 2010, an artist named Christian Boltanski held an art installation, a 40-foot tall mountain pile of clothing. Each piece of clothing was deposited on top of the mountain pile, symbolically carrying the souls of those who had inhabited the clothes to a higher place. This might have been the inspiration for the clothes pile. I feel like it has to be, you know? Like, it's just so perfect. As life moves on, the boys realize it is their duty to seek justice. Damn right. Because you know what the thing is? Like, it feels like you're going to be stuck in that... The yellow ribbons behind are similar to the Solo Ferry yellow ribbon campaign. If you don't eventually do something, you're going to feel that emptiness forever. You know what I mean? Like, I've been there, where you just feel sad, you feel empty, and you have to confront the issue. Whether it be to seek justice, like they were, or maybe to just talk to somebody. Anything. that not that takes your mind off of it, but that allows it to come to the forefront of your mind so that you could deal with it. Here, Jungkook finally wakes up and runs in the same path as Rat Monster to seek justice for what happened. Okay, yeah. Oh, Milius. He thinks he's in this fight alone, but... Yeah, I noticed that too, how they started running together and he smiled. I didn't say anything while we were watching it, because, like, I didn't know if it was important or not. This scene symbolizes that even if justice is achieved or not, what's done is done, the dead will not come back to life. And that's, like, really the difference between, though, justice and revenge, right? Because sometimes people seek revenge and they think that that's going to make them feel better. With justice, it's not about necessarily feeling better, but it's about like the moral right thing to do and knowing that you did the right thing for others. I think at least that's how I feel about it. However, as long as we remember the ones who have died, they will live in our memories. Here, Jungkook striking a match is reminiscent of the scene in Little Match Girl, an old fairy tale where every time lights up a match, she sees her loved ones who have passed away. In the previous scene, he was alone, but after striking a match, he had everyone around him. That's true. And, like, super depressing that she would see that. I don't know if that's a reward or if that's a curse. The clothes pile outside the train symbolizes how dead is outside of the world. How the dead is outside of the world. It's a gloomy sight. How beautiful they remain in our memories. Yeah, so this shot is, like, very artistic. You know, the colors are finally represented perfectly. In the Snowpiercer movie, the humans are stuck living inside the train because the world outside is completely frozen. It represents how many of us are stuck inside a society or a government that is oppressive with no way out. Yeah, tell me about it. Just think about the school system alone and think about how oppressive that is for kids. I won't go down that road, though. I got a lot to say about that. However, one of the characters suspects that there is a possibility of life outside the train. There's a way out of the oppressive system. I want to see this movie now. Hope. Snowflakes are falling. He saw a snowflake enter the train for the first time in many, many years. Snowflakes would not be able to form if the temperature is sub-zero frozen. That's true. So he realized that somewhere outside the Earth is slowly warming up again. There is hope. Hope for survival outside. Hope is really the most important. Oh my god, I could talk about so much, but I don't want to go into the whole religious route, but, you know, to me, like, hope is super important, and most people that are religious because of hope. I view hope and faith very similarly. Here, Jim sets out of the train, out of the oppressive system that is the society and government that had tried to downplay the tragedy. He invites us with him. The survivors feel free and liberated. The tree represents hope, a new life, a spring day. This is beautiful, like, legitimately beautiful. Oh, he threw his shoes up there? Was that to, like, symbolize that he's... Oh, okay, to commemorate the dead. I didn't know that. You know, in my area, every once in a while you see some shoes hanging from a power line. I always figured that it was just people messing with other people. Like some dude stole someone's shoes and threw them up there. This makes a lot more sense. And it makes a lot of the times that I've passed power lines a lot sadder. Just as we cannot forget them, we ask that the citizens of this country also never forget them. Thanks for watching. Thank you for making this. Oh man, it gives you so much to think about, you know? I could sit here and talk about everything that they talked about for hours and hours, but I'm not going to bore you with my thoughts on that stuff. In fact, if you guys are ever curious about something like that, if you ever want to, you know, have a conversation or or something, you know, about more serious topics that don't involve music, I'll do that, but I don't want to do that on one of your videos. I think that Explained made that song so much more powerful, as expected. I really loved how they kind of related it to the books and the movie and the tragedy that happened. And, you know, that said it was a theory, but I gotta tell you, I really took that to heart, like, as gospel. That felt like that's exactly what they were talking about, and it worked out really, really well. And I love how BTS touches on stuff like this, you know? It's what makes them special, in my opinion. Yeah, they're super talented. There are a lot of super talented people out there, but they're super talented with meaning. You know, every once in a while I'll get, like, you know, one of my rock subs say, like, you know, why do you listen to this crap? And it's like, dude, it's not crap. You just haven't given it a chance. Like, they do stuff that matters. Anyway, thanks again, Cora. I love this. This was excellent. Annyeong.